Hello my friends, this is Moonday. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be asking the question, how is your crush feeling about you? So I don't think I really need to explain more from the title. You know, if you have a crush, then this reading is for you, whether you're in a contact with them or not really. We'll just see how do they feel about you. So just please remember this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you, so please keep in mind whatever resonates with you and just leave the rest. So we've got 4 groups in front of us. This is going to be group number 1 with the blue Sodalite, group number 2 with the Amethyst, group number 3 with the Snowflake Obsidian, and group number 4 with the Tiger's Eye. So you can pause this video right now, you can meditate on your choice, you can choose by number, you can choose by crystal, you can use pendulum, you know, whatever way is the easiest for you. But in the end, just remember to listen to your intuition and just pick with, you know, with your heart basically. So yeah, and then whenever you're ready, the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below, so you can just go straight into your reading. Okay, so take your pick and I'll see you in your video. Alright, hello group number 1, I hope you're doing well. So this is the Sodalite group, and the question for today is, how is your crush feeling about you? So we are going to go with the tarot cards first, and then with the oracle cards, and we will see yeah, if there's anything extra that we need to know from the oracles. Sorry, my brain froze for a moment. Right. So, how is your crush feeling about you? Let's see. We have the King of Chalices. We have the Princess of Swords. And we have the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the first thing that I'm getting from this card is literally this person, your crush, definitely feels observed by you. With this Page of Swords, which is like the Princess of Swords in here, can you see like how she is looking, you know, and just observing whatever is going like really far from her. So this is kind of like they feel about you. They know you're observing them, they know you're watching them, they know you're looking at them, whether you're in a contact thing situation, or whether you know, this is like a no contact situation where you think they don't even know your name. They might not know your name, but they know you're observing them basically. They know, like, I'm getting for some of you that they feel like they're being stalked a little bit, because for some reason with this Four of Wands over here, I do feel like, you know, you kind of know more information about their private life than they would be happy to share, especially if they don't really know you, because you might be like, you know, where they live, you know, which house is this, you know, like how many siblings they've got or who they live with, or like in general, you know, some things that are kind of like really private for them, you know about it. You might be like spying a little bit on their social media, or just, you know, asking people around what is going on, and they kind of feel, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable with that. So just say, you know, just take it only if it resonates. You know, if you're not doing this kind of things, then, you know, it's not for you. But for those of you who are kind of spying on your person, you know, they can definitely tell you're doing that. So don't think it's going totally unnoticed, because they can tell. They know that. They feel that. They feel your gaze on them. And you know, the thing is, with that, you know, we also have this King of Chalices, the King of Cups. So I'm getting that you're kind of totally giving out, you know, that you're interested in them. So I feel like they really know about it anyways, like I said, not only because you've got so much information and you're just staring at them and looking at them and observing them and whatever, but also, you know, you're kind of, you might not be even realizing that, but you're always giving off that vibe of somebody who's very strongly interested. And also, for some reason, I'm getting that, how to put that in words well, with this King of Cups, what I'm getting for you guys is kind of like you are telling people that you're interested in them in so much confidence that, you know, you might either don't care or don't realize that somebody could have told your crush about it. For some of you, yes, this is what you're trying to do, but for some of you, you might not be realizing you're doing that. But this is what I'm getting. It's extremely, extremely strong. And, you know, they do feel your vibe. You know, they do feel your vibe very, very strongly. The King of Cups, you know, like the King of Emotions, basically. They do feel that very, very strongly. So I also feel like we might be dealing with the water sign or air sign, or you might be air sign or water sign. But yeah, I'm getting that, you know, for some of you it might go a little bit into the extent that it is like a little bit of obsessive and not extremely healthy. And, you know, if you're doing this kind of thing, obviously they do realize that, they know it's you, and trust me, this is not something that they want you to do. You know, they might be, you know, they might be doing a little bit of the same thing because they want to know who you are. So they might be also going to your social media or like asking people like who you are, why you are so interested in them, and things like that. But it's not to the same amount as kind of you're doing that, because they kind of feel like stripped off of their privacy, to be honest. Because they feel like you basically know everything about them, and even if they wanted to approach you, there's like nothing they could tell you about themselves that you already don't know. That makes sense. Okay, so let's see if we can get anything else from the oracle cards. We'll see. So we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so definitely it does show me that yes, they do have some kind of romantic feelings for you, because like I said, they might be also a little bit interested in you because they just want to know who you are and everything. And if you are not being a proper stalker, I'm sorry to say that, then, you know, it might be a little bit like intriguing to them, you know, like who is that person that always like looks at my pictures, or you know, it's like I see every day when I'm at work or something, but we never chat. So I do feel like, you know, they do have some kind of interest in you, but it's difficult to say to what extent that actually is. So maybe the other card is gonna help us. Attraction, yeah. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So like I said, they do feel attracted and intrigued by you, you know. For some of you, like I said, they might also be observing you a little bit. But it's only if you are not stalking them. If you're not the person who is like, I'm sorry to say that, but like a crazy stalker, you know, just trying to find out everything that you can on the internet about them and whatnot. So they definitely see you as somebody who's attractive. I'm also getting that they also see you who's attractive on the outside, you know, who is very interesting on the outside, you know. But there is this big thing, like there's this big warning I need to give you, group number one. If you either continue on the path of like stalking, or if you go further with that, You know, I don't think they're gonna be attracted to you anymore. They will have any feelings for you anymore, because we all need to know, you know, our limits. And if, like I said, you're somebody who is just obsessed with them, then this is not the way to go, and they will not be interested in that. They will be more afraid and scared and interested. But if you keep it mild, you know, if you I don't know, like your posts or like pictures here and there, you know, they might get even more intrigued and like, okay, like, who are you? Or like, you know, oh, you know, they like my pictures or something, like maybe let's chat them up a little bit. But like I said, just know the limits, please. You know, don't overdo that, because this is not going to end up very well. Alright guys, this is all I've got for you for today, group number 1. I hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and leave me a comment. Tell me how did that resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 2, I hope you're doing well. So in today's video we're going to find out how is your crush feeling about you. And this is our Amethyst group. So I'm going to check the tarot cards first, and then we're going to go to the oracle cards and see if there's like anything extra or just like confirmation or something like that going on. So let's see, how are they feeling about you? We have the Two of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Moon. Wow. So we might be dealing with a Pisces. It might be you or them being a Pisces with this Moon card. So there's like a Pisces energy in general going on. Alright. Wow. So they definitely see as some kind of mystery. That's for sure, you know. This Moon card is literally like screaming to me, like, you know, they see as somebody who's very whimsical, who is almost like etheric, who is kind of like out of this world, literally, you know. You might be, I'm getting like you might be giving them chills for some reason, you know, when they think about you or when they see you, because you're kind of like, you're not, how to describe that really well, like they have never met anybody like you, and anybody that would have your kind of energy and your kind of aura, and this is like extremely interesting to them. They don't really, I feel like they don't really know what to like do with that, whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. These Two of Swords are telling me like they just don't know what to make up of this. They don't know, like I said, whether it's a good thing or whether it's a bad thing. You're kind of, you know, like this mermaid siren to them, that you might be either like lead them to their doom, or like lead them to something beautiful and just out of this world again, like something like, you know, they might be living in a fantasy world, you know, thanks to you. But there is definitely something like a very big like magnetism coming from you, and they can literally feel that. Whether you guys like realize that or not, but you're kind of like spreading your pheromones, let's say, whenever they are around, and they can kind of like feel that, and just like I said, they don't know, they're mesmerized, they just don't know what to do with that. Because like with this Two of Swords, I'm honestly feeling like they're like in the stalemate position. They feel like they just don't know what to do. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is what I'm hearing all the time. Like, I just don't know what to do with that. You know, I don't know if this person, you know, is like my fantasy, or this person is real, or, you know, what are they? You know, who are they, and everything like that. Because I also feel like for some of you, you might be having a very unusual style when it comes to your clothes, or maybe like a hair color, because she's got blue hair, and I think in this deck nobody really has different unusual hair colors. So you might be like that. So they kind of don't know what to expect from you, whether you're a serious person, whether you're just like somebody who only loves fun and don't want to be serious about anything and anyone. They definitely do see you like you're somebody who is very outgoing, somebody who's got a lot of friends, somebody who is being invited to a lot of events, maybe you're somebody who is basically in charge of like events and parties and things like that around you, and people actually really notice that about you and really like it about you, and they know about it as well, that you have got like a big group of friends. I mean, you might not have a big group of friends, but you definitely have a big group of people who like you, and they like being around you. um, but it's quite interesting because you might not be noticing that, because like her back is literally to all this. So I feel like you might be really noticing that so many people feel attracted to you and they like you and they just want to follow you. um, but yeah, I feel like they just still don't know what to do with you. Like they don't know whether they should approach you. If you guys are already talking, they don't know whether what kind of person you really are, because if you're a Pisces, then you will probably know that we're kind of like, I'm saying we because I'm a Pisces myself, that we're very often like a chameleons. Depending on who we are with, we kind of change. And I know it's gonna sound like, oh, you're fake to a lot of people, but it's not that. It's about like we kind of adapt to the energy of other people around us. So very often it's very hard to define us, who we really are. So it's kind of like that with them as well. They don't really know how to define who you really are, and what would you do in what kind of situation. But they're still wondering with this Two of Swords. I'm definitely getting that they're still wondering, they're thinking about that very often, like how should they kind of maybe make even a first step. What should they do, how should they approach you, or like just find more about you, because they just don't know. They just see you as this artsy person, with, like I said, unusual style, maybe unusual interests. Maybe you're somebody who's like into like occult and things like let's say just like tarot and witchy stuff and whatever, and they're kind of like they don't know what to do, because I'm getting that you might not really be hiding that. You might be telling people like, oh, I'm a witch, or I'm a tarot reader. So for them, I don't know, I'm getting like there's slightly more of this air energy. They might have either like an air sign or a lot of earth in the chart, but they're kind of like more on the logical side, and they're still like, I don't know if that's a serious person. But yeah. Okay, so let's see what is going on with the oracle cards. Maybe there's something more they can say. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and to give and receive the highest energy of all. So that's the thing. It is definitely like safe for you to be interested in them, and safe for you to have like feelings for them. Because I also don't feel like they're like seeing somebody at the moment, or they're with somebody at the moment. I'm getting that they might be like dating, but it's definitely it's kind of more like for fun and not anything serious with this Three of Cups. So I don't feel like they do have feelings for anybody right now, really. So I don't think you would get yourself into a bad situation just for like having a crush on them. Yeah. So let's see what the other card is gonna say. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Alright. So with that card, the free yourself, I'm honestly feeling like maybe I'm trying to really put things into like sentences sorry, the best way I can to describe how I feel, because yeah, this is like a very difficult thing. Because I'm getting that because you might know something about this person, and especially, honestly, especially if you're a Pisces, you're trying to adapt to them. You're trying to adapt to their energy. And it might result in you not being yourself to the extent you want to be or you should be. Because, you know, being like the chameleon, like I said, it can be like a blessing or a curse. Because somebody, we want to adapt to the other person so much that we're kind of losing losing ourselves in that as well. That in the end, we don't really know whether we are being ourselves but slightly adjusted when we're around that person, or we are creating a whole new persona so they can feel comfortable around us. So I do feel like if you're doing the things from the second option, when you're like trying to change, you know, your vibe and everything so much, it's kind of making you lose yourself in that. So this card is kind of telling you, you know what, just be yourself. You know, yeah, we adapt and we adjust without really realizing that, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, the bad part, the negative side of that is when we just lose yourself, like, oh my god, lose ourselves completely in that, and we are just changing into somebody who we aren't, you know. So the other person can, like I said, can relax around us, can feel good around us, but you know deep inside you this is not really yourself, and you're doing that to please other people, to please that person you're thinking about. So don't do that, you know. Your feelings are safe, you know, everything is going good, you know, you're interesting to them, you're like an enigma to them. They just don't know what to do with that yet, but just remember, you know, don't change who you are, just be yourself. Because, you know, do you want them to like you, or do you want them to like the fake person, like slash personality you have created? Alright, group number 2, this is all I've got for you today, and I do hope it was helpful. And if you did like it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Tell me how does it resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So today we're gonna check how is your crush feeling about you, and this is our Snowflake Obsidian group. So I'm going to start with the tarot cards, and then we're gonna see with the oracles if there is like anything else we need to know, or there's like a confirmation or whatever. Alright, so let's just get into the cards. So we have the Strength, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. Wow. First thing I'm seeing, group number 3, is that they see you as somebody who is either very active and very sportsy, or like somebody who's got a very nice physique, because, you know, like look at this guy, you know, they kind of muscly and, you know, sporty and everything. So I do feel like they find definitely, let's say, the outside of you very attractive. You know, you might be like, you might have the kind of body or like body shape they really like or really into, whatever that is. Or you might be having some features in general that they're really like, they really like, you know, in a person. Let's say, I don't know, maybe some of you like have really nice legs or really nice hair, or like, I don't know, like abs and 8-pack. whatever that is, you know, I'm getting that your physical appearance is very attractive to them. But they also, you know, because of that, I mean, not because of that, why did I say that? But also with that, I do feel like they kind of see you as a bully. I don't know, maybe it's just that every time you're around them, you're just like, maybe this is your kind of like type of humor that you and your friends are into, that, you know, whenever you guys are like together with your friends and you know, your mates in general, it's kind of like you guys are like calling yourselves names, you know, or like bullying each other or something like that. For some of you, I'm also getting that they think you might be quite gossipy about people, and gossipy in a negative way. I'm sorry to say that, but you know, they might think, you know, you're somebody who's kind of like stabbing your friends in the back, or just people around you, like going around and telling people about like, oh, what did she did last night with a guy who's not her boyfriend, or something like that, you know. So this I feel like this is something that kind of causes them not to take any action, you know. With the Four of Swords, I feel like they're just observing and seeing how the situation is going to develop, because right now they're not really sure. They are attracted to you, they find you very good looking, very sexy, you know, whatever, but in the same time they're kind of like very unsure about your character. And I'm not saying that to offend anybody. I'm just saying, you know, if that resonates with you, then this is the group for you, obviously. If it doesn't resonate with you, then I don't know. Maybe there will be some informations that are going to resonate. Maybe choose a different group. I'm not sure. But yeah, they do feel like, you know, you are kind of this kind. You're also like this kind of person that is not afraid of any type of confrontation, you know, whether it's like arguments or whether for some of you I'm getting like a physical fight. That's why I said maybe, you know, maybe you're kind of into like sports. I don't know, I'm getting like sports that you need to touch somebody, like I don't know, like martial arts or boxing or something like that. But yeah, like you're not afraid of any type of confrontation, whether it's like a physical confrontation or whether it's like a verbal confrontation. You're not afraid of that, you know. You're kind of like the person that nobody really wants to pick up a fight with. This is at least how they see you, you know, like people don't want to do that because yeah, I feel like you might get a little bit aggressive sometimes, and this is honestly something that kind of scares them, and they're very unsure about it. They don't really know if this is something they really want, you know, in their lives. Like, yes, you're very attractive, like I said, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of people kind of observing you, and a lot of people who want to date you or want to ask you out, but I feel like for a lot of them, you're just leaving them in this kind of state, you know, when they're like, oh my god, my heart. You know, like you might be breaking people's hearts with the way you talk to them or how you reject them, because I'm not seeing that in a very polite manner. Let's say you're very blunt and you don't really care if somebody is gonna get hurt by that. You might be even thinking like, oh my god, such a sissy, you know, like how can they feel bad because I rejected them, you know, what a sissy. So this is kind of what I'm getting, like how they see you. So you know, they're just, like I said, they're not taking any action. They just want to know what to do with you. They still don't know who you really are, you know. If you're like that, just like for show, or you're like that in real life as well, but they are not 100% sure if they like what they see, you know. Alright, so let's move on to the oracle cards and see if there's anything else we can get. Oh, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. This is honestly very interesting, to be honest. We just before before I say anything, I'm gonna give you a little like trigger warning, because when it comes to like soulmates, some people will tell you that you know, soulmate needs to be your partner or whatever. However, when it comes to me, I do believe we have a lot of soulmates in the universe, you know, and everything. And sometimes, you know, those people, they don't have to be our romantic soulmate. They just can come from our soul family and soul tribe in general. Like, for example, your family is your soul tribe, your best friend is your soul tribe. You know, all the things like that. Your ex is your soul, is like from your soul tribe and your soulmate, and it was soulmate at some point. So the fact that they're your soulmate or somebody is your soulmate, it doesn't mean that you are going to be, I don't know, married with them and have a lot of children. But it doesn't mean you can't. You know, so that's the only thing I wanted to say about that, because yeah, that is possible, but also you know, that soulmate thing doesn't have to be the way some people try to portray it. All right, so I don't want to ruin your hopes or anything, because I honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but just to let you know that, you know, when I say this is your soulmate, you know, it doesn't mean that, oh my god, this is the one for me and nobody else till the end of my life, you know. So let's just move on to the other card. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay. So there is a few possibilities here. Obviously, because this is a general reading, I can't tell you exactly which option is that, so you know, take it the way, you know, you want to, because for some of you they are married, for some of you you are married, for some of you it's going to be like you guys are gonna get married, because, you know, this might be that ultimate soulmate for you guys. But like I said, this is not a personal reading, so it is very, very hard to decide right now which option is meant to be for you, group number 3. So take it how it most resonates with you. But yeah, there is a chance for you to be together in the future, you know, like create something really nice and romantic. But I feel like at the moment, you know, you're kind of scaring them off a little bit, so you might want to like tone down a little bit. I'm not saying change your personality, but, you know, just think about maybe what you're doing and how you're doing things. Yeah, alright, this is all I've got for you, group number 3, and I do hope it was helpful. If you really like it, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and leave me a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment and tell me how did that resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 4, I hope you're doing well. So today we're asking the cards, how is your crush feeling about you? And this is our Tiger side group. So I am going to start with the tarot cards, and then we are going to get either some extra messages or like confirmation or whatever from the oracle cards. So let's start, shall we? So we've got Justice, we've got the Princess of Pentacles, so that is Page of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay, so we might be dealing with Libra, you or them, or like the air sign. Why did I say air sign? Well, if I said that, definitely that means it's something to do about the air sign, right? But I wanted to say with the earth sign, but yeah, I think there's something to do with the air signs in this reading then. All right. For some reason, I do feel like they see you as somebody who's very intelligent and very studious. And I like with this Justice card, I do feel like for some of you, you know, you might be studying something like law or something, you know, that demands like a lot of logical intelligence out of you, basically. You know, if you're like in uni, you're not doing something that is extremely easy to do, you know, the course you're like enrolled in is, I'm feeling like it's very demanding and very difficult, like hence why I'm getting you're spending a lot of time actually studying, researching, writing, you know, you're a very busy person when it comes to, like I said, your studies, or maybe, you know, your place of work is kind of like that. It demands a lot from you, you know, a lot of your time, a lot of your patience, you know, and you know, just a lot of your attention in general. This is at least how they see you, that you know, you are doing quite difficult stuff to make it like make it really easy, you know. um yeah, there might be something like accounting going on as well for you. You might be working in accounting field. But yeah, there's like I said, you put a lot of work. You're very, I'm getting like you're very detail oriented. That's how it's, this is at least how they see you. And you take pleasure in work. You like what you do. You like what you're studying. You know, like what you're learning about or like working on. Yeah, I feel like they see you as somebody who's very dedicated to what they're doing. So that is a good sign. They also see you as somebody who is also very well balanced, you know, in general. Like when we see the scale over here, like this is somebody who is definitely very well balanced. So they kind of know a little bit like of both of your sides. They know about your like happy-go-lucky side, I'm getting, but they also have seen you feeling down and depressed sometimes, and like just in a bad mood, let's say. And they kind of, yeah, because they kind of had like seen both like sides of you. They it's gonna sound really stupid, but this is what I'm getting. They kind of know that you're like a real human with real emotions, and not a robot because of the things you're doing, and you're so precise and everything. So they have seen that, and I'm getting that they're quite happy that they have seen that you sometimes, you know, even perfect people like you can have a bad day. But yeah, they definitely see us like a perfectionist. And I feel like because of that, they might be a little bit scared as well, you know. They might be scared to approach you because you're such a perfectionist, you're so detail oriented, you're so like, yeah, like perfect in what you do, that it's kind of scares them away, you know. And I feel like how they see it is that you have kind of scared away a lot of people that were interested in you because of that, because people were kind of afraid of your perfectionism. People were afraid that you will not give them the time and attention that you actually do give to your workplace or like studies or anything like that. So it is kind of like this, you know. I feel like they're kind of afraid to approach you because they just don't feel like you would think you're good enough. Or like you would be, you know, telling them literally like about every tiny little mistake they make, whether it's like in their professional field, because you might be working together, whether it's in your like in the studies or like in your life in general. You're kind of scared this person, you know, because they're so perfect, because like you seem so perfect to them. They're just scared, you know. They're like thinking, oh my god, like I don't even want to open my mouth when I'm around them, because I'm afraid I'm gonna say something stupid and they're gonna correct me. So yeah, I'm definitely getting something like that. That is quite interesting, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. That is quite interesting. They also see you, you know, for some of you, they might see you as somebody who is so into their work and like studies and everything that you might not be even realizing there are people around you and they're interested in you. Because yeah, you kind of give off this kind of aura and vibe, you know, and you're just like, oh, I'm not interested in humans. I'm just like, I'm happy with my work, you know. I want to get promotion, I want to do research, I want to write this thesis, you know, I want to write a book, I want to do this and that. My career is the most important thing for me, you know. So especially you might be saying that sometimes, you know, without really realizing, and it kind of makes them people like, oh my god, let me run away. So yeah, self-reflection time for you, group number 4. So let's see, what else do we have from our oracles. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for some of you, you know, if you're seeing the signs that they're interested in you, but they just don't know how to approach you, they may be feeling shy, or they're like, I'm not good enough. You can actually, you know, try to make the first move. I'm not talking about something extremely bold, like, oh, you know, I don't know you, but let's start living together. Obviously, it's not like this kind of scenario, but like, you know, just saying that, oh, you know, you're going to have a coffee, and, you know, ask if they want to join you or something like that, you know. It can be something really small and really tiny, or maybe, you know, just smile at them from time to time, or just laugh at their joke, or just, even if you really feel an urge to correct them, don't. Make them feel like they're smarter than you for once. Because, you know, I feel like they need that to get like the courage, basically. So yeah, just you make like this first move, like something very small, but yeah, they will know, they will understand that you're trying as well, you're trying. And let's see the last card. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this is kind of like I said, you know, like try something small, get out for a coffee, maybe have a lunch together, maybe ask them what their favorite film is, or maybe ask them, if you, for example, work in the same company, or if you guys studying same thing, maybe ask them what do they think about your project. Maybe they can lend you some books for your thesis, you know. Maybe they can recommend you something, you know. Just be like that, you know. Be more approachable, basically. This is what I'm trying to say, because like I said, you might not be realizing that, but you're scaring away people, you know, with your perfectionism and you being only interested in like your work and everything. So I do feel like there is a chance for something here, but you just need to make the gesture first. However terrible it might sound, you will have to make a first move, a small move, like I said, but this is going to help you guys to get to know each other much better. Alright, this is all I've got for you, group number 4, and I do hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Tell me how did that resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video.